So first, thank you so much for your interest in my program. The goal of this short video is to give you more information about how I work with clients because there are multiple options involved, maybe guide you to choose the best option for you and give you a little bit more information about my system. So I want to emphasize that regardless of what we do, whatever program that you choose, whatever option that is best for you, we always work on a structured program built to specifically improve your voice. Okay. Everything that I offer is based upon and tested on, improving the body to improve or to support the voice. Okay. And, I've been doing this for 6 years now and, I've worked with hundreds of people and this is really a passion of mine. So I'm really excited to offer these different things. And really, with all of our programs, we begin with this process of improving the way that you breathe to support your voice, working on a pre-vocal warm-up to optimize 360-degree breathing and to cultivate breathing after singing to cultivate recovery. And, working on that process is kind of the foundation of everything else. And then based upon that, we're going to work on specific things that specific qualities such as strength, conditioning, and movement to specifically improve your voice. I've worked with singers of all types, from those recovering from vocal injuries to high-level singers preparing for specific arias. And, that's why we offer these different options to give you the thing that is going to work for you for both your budget and your specific needs. So how my training works is it's built in 4 to 6 week developmental blocks. So if we're working towards a specific area, we're going to set a schedule or a specific performance. We're going to set a schedule and we're going to program based upon your vocal load and your vocal schedule. We're gonna check in and with my program, there's a lot of support involved with some of the options, meaning we're going to be in touch on a weekly basis. I'm going to check in on you. You're going to provide me feedback, and we're going to refine the program based upon your feedback. And that's how our program evolves over time and over the course of our program. And because I'm not with 90% of the clients that I work with because I live in the middle of nowhere, staying in contact via Zoom and via my Trainerize app and all of these different touch points is going to be really important to ensure that we're moving things along in a way that works for you. Okay. And so you never have to see me if you don't want to, and you never have to, you can just buy standalone programs if you want from me. However, a lot of the programs that I offer come with a lot of support, and that's what I found to be most successful. So there's actually 4 ways to work with me. This is an old slide, but I offer one-to-one Zoom sessions to address specific issues such as MTD or recovering from a specific injury or working towards a specific goal. If you need a little bit more support and a little bit more biomechanical knowledge, and that sort of thing, I meet with you often once or twice a week on Zoom to kind of go over things, to film things for you, etc. I also offer a one-to-one program design where everything that which is geared a little bit more towards fitness. And, with that, your entire fitness program is designed for you based upon an assessment with me. We're going to create, your cardio, your strength training, your conditioning, based upon the time that you have, the equipment that you have, your vocal load, all of those things. And we're going to communicate on a weekly basis to really, make sure that it's headed in the right direction. We offer a program design membership, which is still going to offer, ways that we can communicate and you can check in. It's just a little bit more generalized based upon your vocal type and your needs. And then we offer standalone programs that don't offer the support component, but are still awesome. So let's dive a little bit more into each. So my one-to-one program design, this is a fully individualized program that I film and I write for you, and it's going to be based upon an individualized assessment, and it's going to be offered via the Trainerize training app. Okay, and that's an app that you can access on your phone. It'll tell you what to do when. There'll be videos of what to do, and there'll be daily instructions, and you can check into workouts and send me daily feedback. And that's kind of the idea with this option is that with this option, you have the opportunity to check in with me and do a Zoom call every Friday. I offer office hours. I check in on you multiple times a week, and we're going back and forth, and I'm updating your program on a weekly basis based upon your feedback. So a lot of individualization here and a lot of focus from me. The other one would be one-on-one sessions. And so oftentimes, those that are just recovering from a vocal injury or are just getting into fitness or just getting into, use training the body to support the voice, choose this option. And with this option, we're going to meet for 60 to 90 minutes, oftentimes one or two times a week. And during this process, we build knowledge and resolution of whatever specific biomechanical limiter that you have going on. Like a lot of the time, a lot of people that I work with, are dealing with like MTD or specific issues that are causing, issues with your voice. And so, we work through that. And we work to develop a pre-vocal warm-up of breathing activities and release work that is going to optimize your voice, specific self-care tools for warm-up, cool down, etc. I help you to organize your training with your vocal load, and then we work on specific fitness prep and routines as needed. All of this stuff is going to be recorded for you, and exercises are going to be filmed. Typically, I offer this for 125, 150 per session. However, if you purchase a package of six, which I recommend, it's 125 a session. So both of these options are best for those who have specific demands that are navigating with pain or injury. You're wanting, specific hands-on guidance, and you want continuous refinement. Okay, so basically you want coaching, like as close to personal training as possible. Now, my program design membership is a great option at at a very reasonable price. And with this, I offer a library of all structured programs that I've written, and there are many. And I write ongoing programming based upon your specific vocal needs. So there's a capacity track, there's a performance track, and there's a foundation track. And I can explain those further, but the point is that with this option, we host weekly master classes. I still have Friday office hours, and there's a support community where you can ask questions. So in reality, really the only really difference is that I write, a general cycle that we can then individualize for you based upon your feedback. There's a little bit more work on your end, to come to these things and to check in and whatnot, but you still receive, as much individualization as you're willing to, put in terms of the work on your end. So I highly recommend this one. This is also great. And this requires a little bit more self-motivation and a little bit more comfort with a system. But for those wanting education and programming and really high-level programming at a low cost, this is for you. Okay, and finally, we offer standalone programs, and I wish these were 29 each, or 129 each. So sorry about that. But with each of these are options kind of based upon what you need. They're self-guided. They don't offer coaching support, but they offer a lot of information. All the exercises are filmed, and you have access to them forever. And we offer a lot of guidance based upon the education that we created for them. So what each one does, my foundation program is designed to rebuild breathing mechanics and movement quality. So if you have again, you're coming off a vocal injury, you've had NTD, you have back pain, knee pain, shoulder pain, things that are limiting your singing. You do the foundation program. The capacity program develops endurance and workload tolerance. Okay, and so this is a great option really for any singer that is looking to build general fitness, or it needs more fitness to perform on stage, and also doesn't necessarily have access to a gym. For height, I work with a lot of singers that are hypermobile, so I built a hypermobility program. And this program I'm very proud of. It builds strength from the inside out. A lot of body control is built into this program, and it's something that I really highly recommend for anybody that's ever dealt with this or is dealing with this. The forward head posture program specifically improves upper body endurance and positioning. So if you have forward head posture, you feel it's limiting your singing, this is the one for you. And then the pelvic floor program as well focuses on improving pressure management and control of the pelvic floor. So all of those are options for you based upon what your needs are. And I stand behind all of these. So, highly recommend them. So how do you decide? If you want more individualization, one-to-one or sessions, if you want structured support without customization, or with customization without me like writing the entire program, but still great programming based upon your vocal type and a couple other factors we cover in our membership, then membership's for you. If you want to train independently, you never want to see me again, and you just want a program that you can do on your own, highly recommend my standalone program. So any of those will work great. And I'd love to work with you in any capacity that you'd like. So please give this a look. Please let me know if you have any questions. Hit me up on the interwebs, and I look forward to working with you. Thank you so much.